Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. My name is Steve. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Today, I'm joined by my wife, Lindsay, again, and we are going to be reacting to the top 10 hardest UK accents to imitate. Lindsay's been really excited about this topic. This is probably one of the most requested topics to react to by her, I think, right?
Yeah, it seems like it from what I saw.
No, I'm saying your most reacted topic that you want to check out.
Oh, by my personal interest. Yeah. I'm really interested in the accents.
Yeah, and so thought it was about time to kind of dive in and explore some accents with her. I've actually done this particular video, I think it was actually a little over a year ago, and I remembered that I believe it was one of the first accent videos I did. At this point, I think I've done maybe 4 or 5 accent videos. Definitely want to explore the accents more. I was telling her just how insane it is, how many different dialects and accents are in the UK. I mean, here in the US, we think we have quite a number of accent differences depending on where you're at in the country, but I don't believe we even hold a candle at all to the amount of accents that are in the UK. I mean, it really, when I first got started, I think the first video I did about accents might have been this one. I can't remember, but I remember comments saying things like the accents literally change basically every village. And
that's crazy.
Now, I think that's a bit of an exaggeration, but it is like sort of in that realm. I mean, it's kind of, I mean, they really do have a ton of different accents. Now, obviously, when we talk about accents changing, sometimes it's very subtle. And to a lot of people, that accent change might not be that noticeable. But nonetheless, there are a ton of different accents in the UK. And I think us as Americans, we're used to hearing just a few accents that we hear from actors and stuff that are British or Scottish or Irish.
Yeah, there tends to be, like when I think of England specifically, I only think of one accent really.
Yeah,
so
it's because
I didn't even know there were.
You're probably getting something from like the London area because of
that's what's prominently shown, and
I think a lot of actors are probably from that area and stuff. And then if you think of Scotland, you probably think of like a pretty much like a single accent. You got this accent in your head, because I did too.
Isn't Gerard Butler from Scotland?
Yeah.
That's what I think of when I think of Scotland.
Yeah, he
okay. But I do obviously know that Scotland and Wales and Ireland all have different accents in England, so it's I knew that at least.
Right. You knew that, but you don't really understand how insane the amount of accents really are yet.
Right.
But except what I've said. Yeah. So I don't really remember the accents in this video. I do remember one specifically because I was like, wow. But you'll hear it.
Okay, let's do it.
But definitely different from what I'm used to. But yeah, let's go ahead and play this and we'll see what you have to say. But let's go ahead and check this out. The top 10 hardest UK accents to imitate. Are you going to try to imitate these?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, let's do this.
For this list, we've focused on core UK accents that can prove particularly awkward to copy. So, clear your throat, warm up those vocal cords, and let's see how many of these regional wonders you can recreate.
Am I right? What would be happening today what you're doing? Robbing people, robbing them of stuff that's important to them.
Number 10, Cockney.
This job is bigger than anything Bridge has done up until now.
With the sheer size of London, it's no surprise that the city boasts multiple accents. But none are quite as famous or as difficult to master as good old Cockney. Everyone recognises how it sounds, and most can copy a few key phrases, although the rhyming slang does confuse the issue for some.
Alright, you're not doing it the way he speaks.
But Dick Van Dyke's infamous portrayal of Bert in Mary Poppins proves that Cockney isn't exactly easy to grasp.
Alright, I'll do it myself.
Number 9, Mancunian.
So
all right, I'll do it myself.
All right, I'll do it myself. I can't do that either. But Cockney rhyming slang is something very interesting that I've took a brief look into.
I remember you talking about it.
Yeah,
somebody sent us a book.
We got a book about it. Yeah, and it's something that I definitely want to explore a little bit more. It's really fun, but I completely failed at it.
Recreating it.
It's something that I think you really need to be not necessarily born into. That will obviously help, but I think you need to be around it for quite a while before you truly get it. It's really it's really quite difficult to grasp from an outsider perspective. So, but it's so interesting. I definitely think that's something you would find fun. So we'll definitely have to remember that one.
Yeah.
There's things that I want, I can't have, I do without.
It's not usually listed as a particularly prominent UK accent, but it is difficult to do right. Thanks to a barrage of popular comedians, entertainers, and a certain Britpop band, the Manc accent has become much more well known.
That's what it's about, you know what I mean? It's like everyone's a bit square at the moment, aren't they? You know what I mean? Everyone's just a bit serious and miserable, you know what I mean?
In fact, if you did want to try and add it to your own intonation, you could do worse than to listen to a back catalogue of British rock music for inspiration. Or just watch a few episodes of Corrie.
Perhaps I should stretch out on the couch and we could do this properly.
Number 8, Ulster English.
You know, you live in your little bubble here behind your wall with your maids, chauffeurs, and servants.
Everyone loves...
You know where Ulster is?
No. Wait. Did he say Ulster English?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I want to say it's a Scottish language?
No, watch.
A good Irish accent, but there's so many variations that it can
He's
be
from
tricky
Ireland.
to separate them.
Northern Ireland.
And Ulster English brings a whole new dialect on top of a very distinct tone of speaking. And because it's so distinct, it's immediately obvious whenever it's done badly.
Are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career.
The unpracticed will often find themselves slipping into other accents, and generally getting more and more frustrated.
Has his sudden tragic death interrupted your studies? Well, has a bit actually, yeah.
Number 7, West Country.
Okay, wait. So I'm confused. Ulster is
Northern Ireland.
Okay. So that's where that dialect
I believe he's originally from Northern Ireland, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember if he is from the Republic of Ireland or Northern Ireland, but I believe he's from Northern Ireland. And so I believe that's what they're saying there is that he has basically a Northern Irish accent, and he's speaking. I don't really know. I just know that Ulster is from Ireland.
Okay.
Northern Ireland.
Well, that's what I thought.
Northern Ireland specifically.
UK, so it must be Northern.
Yeah.
Okay.
West Country.
Right.
What did he say?
Our next entry touches on various regional twangs, each as difficult as the next to recreate. From Bristol to Cornwall, these accents are actually widely used on TV, especially by some of our favourite comics.
I said 5 minutes. But nothing. Women like you are the reason this chicken's late in the first place. You'll be lucky if you get any of my lovely chicken if you keep up this kind of behaviour.
Stereotypically, the West Country ramble is obviously associated with farmers, but it's not all hayfields and combine harvesters. The hard-hitting crime drama Broadchurch also puts the accent onto primetime telly.
I love you very much. And if you remember that smile, give it a go for me, would you?
Number 6, Scouse.
Okay, I didn't feel like that one was that out there. It seemed more like just the speed with which you're talking.
Right.
Not so much a different sound.
Well, what about
the beginning? Obviously.
What about that guy? Did you understand him?
No, not him. But I'm saying the last
either.
part wasn't.
Yeah,
Didn't seem...
I actually did a video specifically about the West Country accent, and it was really interesting.
Yeah.
It has it kind of reminds me of like a Appalachia accent a little bit, West Virginia.
Yeah, I can see that.
That type of area.
Yeah.
Even down into kind of not quite the North Carolina mountains, but it sort of had that sort of
same feel.
Scouse. I just did a video on that Liverpool.
So Scouse.
They called themselves the Scousers there.
Okay.
But when I checked out this video before, I remember I had no idea what Scouse even meant, and so now I know that
you have more context.
Now I have more context. That's obviously talking about someone from the Liverpool area.
Okay.
Where's me coffee cup with the mould in it?
I threw it away, sir.
But I was breeding that mould.
As one of the most recognisable British accents, the Liverpool tone is also one of the most often imitated, but that doesn't make it any easier to copy.
I just think we should go to the toilet.
Another favourite for TV comedians, there are famous Liverpudlians throughout British popular culture, so there are plenty of examples of how it should sound, from Paul McCartney to Steven Gerrard.
You know, we didn't know anything about any of that, so we got ripped off,
But Harry Enfield is still a standout resource for anyone who's not from the city. Number 5, Glaswegian.
All right, mate.
Glaswegian. Where's that from?
Well, I can see the little thing down there. Glasgow.
I didn't even notice that. Wait, hold on. That says.
It says Glasgow.
I got to go back and look at something real quick because now that I see that.
Do they say Glasgow or Glasgow? I think it's Glasgow.
Glasgow. Let's see. We're at 356. It just says Ulster English.
Yeah, it just depends on the.
Okay. So obviously that's very.
So is that a? It reminds me of Norwegian. So
I don't know what that means. The Egan at the end. I'm not exactly sure what that. If anyone knows, let us know in the comments. What exactly does the Egan at the end of a word like Glaswegian mean? Because like she's right. You know, there's Norwegian.
So is it a combination of?
Yeah, like what does the Egan part of a word mean? I might have to look that up. Hopefully someone in the comments will be able to let us know.
I'm sure they will.
All right.
Trying to nail a generic Scottish accent can be challenging enough. So throw in regional deviations and it's even more complex.
No, it's cool. You keep it. I don't want it. Yeah.
At best, most people
Oh,
channel Mel
Braveheart.
Gibson by shouting freedom as loud as they can, but anything else and it all goes
Oh, this is a
wee
good one
bit
to try.
wrong, and a bit groundskeeper Willie. Still, at least there's a long list of famous Glaswegians, so study for this particular sound, including the controversial comic Frankie Boyle and the 12th Doctor Peter Capaldi.
Get it into your head. Rewind today in your head.
Okay, stop explaining it to me.
Number 4,
Can you do the Braveheart?
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, really?
So I don't know what they're talking about.
Freedom! I can't do it.
That doesn't even.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, I wish they would have
I
played
can't.
it.
Yeah, I wish they would have played it too because I would have been able to get it in my head. But I can hear it, but I there's no way I can do it, man. There's no way.
received pronunciation.
Oh, this is one that you're going to.
Received pronunciation.
This is one. There's no doubt in my head you're going to recognize.
Where is this from?
I think you'll get it after you hear it.
Wallace is not just some woman I'm carrying on with. We intend to marry.
Closely linked to Queen's English, received pronunciation is arguably the most stereotypically, quintessentially British accent of all,
Would that
even
be
though it's
considered the
rarer
most
than a lot of
posh?
today's other entries.
I don't
To
know.
your average Brit, it's essentially labelled as a posh accent.
I thought
supposedly
maybe,
in line
but-
with how the royal family speaks, and it's typically associated with the south of England.
Well, then, let's not overcomplicate matters unnecessarily.
Often a go-to tone whenever American shows include a British scene, it usually takes professional training to get it just so. Number 3, Birmingham.
Okay, I wish on this video they would give you a phrase to try to repeat.
I know. Like that's
because if I had a phrase, I could
try
it.
We'll
but
have
I
to
don't
do
really
we'll have to do
know.
another
Yeah.
accent video and then see how
Yeah.
we do on those. Birmingham. All right.
I see next time you'll come back and talk, you'll be
Ozzy
a
Osbourne.
talking guest instead of a singing
Sharon.
guest.
Oh,
Right?
when's that next week?
An accent with the unfortunate distinction of having previously been rated as Britain's least intelligent, the Birmingham or Brummie sound seems to be constantly copied,
Brummie.
but anyone who tries to feign it usually falls short. In fact, the accent is so difficult to understand that when Birmingham City Council set up an automated phone service, even it couldn't comprehend the local inflection at
Oh my
first.
goodness.
The date
Wow.
and she was pregnant the same time she was pregnant.
I don't think so.
And I don't know how she can get pregnant anyway with your little...
However, with shows like Peaky Blinders pulling in massive audiences, opinions could soon start to change.
You're a good man. And a good soldier.
Number 2, Welsh.
Like I felt like what he just said there at the end on Peaky Blinders. I completely understood what he said, so I don't understand like the whole. Now the woman when she was getting
I
mad.
was going to say when they start talking faster.
Well, that's I think that's what it is when people start talking fast in a lot of accents. You're not going to understand them unless it's a very like. Like I think the received pronunciation accent I think is one that could probably talk fast and you probably still understand
Yeah,
them
because
it's
they pronunciate.
yeah, it's very, I don't know what's the word, clear,
Distinct, yeah.
distinct, clear. You know, it's like, I guess proper.
Yeah.
would be the
I feel like the more relaxed a language is,
the harder it can be to understand.
Yeah.
Like I think we get that in the south of the U.S. a lot. Like I don't live in the South currently. We live in the Midwest, but I'm from the South, and so I've got a Southern accent, not as strong as some people's Southern accents.
No, yours
obviously
isn't that strong.
I've got kind of a mix of a Southern to Mid Atlantic accent, and but believe me, my mom should be like.
You guys will probably have a hard time understanding.
Yeah, like my mom has a much stronger Southern accent than I do. And I think that's because she was, from the previous generation that the people that she was surrounded by, people hadn't moved in from California, New York, and other areas as much yet. And so when I came of age, I'm starting to be around people of other accents more than what she was.
She had more of a pure Southern influence, whereas yours was more mixed.
A little bit. Did you know North Carolina is the most diverse accent state in the country?
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah,
they have a lot of different.
We have accents down on the coast of North Carolina that are that literally still have you would literally think the people there were from England somewhere.
Really?
Because they have that. Because what happened is it's one on one of the barrier islands down there, basically because they have been this pocket that hasn't been connected to the mainland. So the people have been able to keep their pure accent that they've had for generation after generation since the people from England originally settled there. And so it's fascinating.
Fascinating.
I watched a video on that a while back, and I'd like to find that again. But in North Carolina, you got tons of accents. But
all right, let's do Welsh.
Welsh.
What the bloody hell is this? Don't tell me this is meant to be me.
It's another that can split into lots of local variations, but for anyone who's not from Wales, most Welsh accents are almost unfathomable.
I've never seen the human condition illuminated in such a way.
With vowel sounds unlike anywhere else, general Welsh languages and dialects seem an ongoing fascination for the rest of Britain and the rest of the world. Naturally, that interest leads to lots of, mostly unsuccessful, attempts to imitate the Welsh way of speaking. But even if you do perfect the accent...
What do you think of that town name?
What? Is that for real?
Yeah, that's for real.
No.
Yes, it's for real.
How would you remember how to spell that?
There are people that can actually say this word.
Wow.
There's a video. I haven't ever seen the video, but I've heard this word pronounced in another video. I don't remember how it's pronounced. You would find that fascinating. We'll have to check that out at some point.
Wow.
The place names is a whole new challenge.
Just up the road from Llanfair to Pwllgwyn, gallwch go Gerrych Windrobwll, Llantysilio go goch. The temperature got to 21 Celsius, that's 70 in Fahrenheit.
Number 1, Geordie.
Sometimes it's difficult to understand the Geordie people.
Geordie?
You know, what I reckon is that if they had themselves proper jobs, they wouldn't be up to all this, larking every night.
What?
A city famous for Ant and Dec, Alan Shearer, and for having its own reality TV show. It's no wonder that the Northeast accent has become so popular, or so synonymous with the UK.
They make a canny noise like. I beg your pardon?
But while it's often considered as one of Britain's friendliest accents, it's not the easiest to get to grips with. For anyone who's trying to forge it, it's usually the case of a few cannies here, a tune or two there,
can't forge
and a
it.
why I'm on to finish. But true Geordies will spot the copycat a mile off.
It better not be no like last week. Me cracker's still burning. All right, this week we will be doing all new pet.
Do you agree with our picks?
Do you agree with the picks? 10 hardest UK accents to imitate.
Well, I don't know of any others, so I guess.
I can tell you there's no way I would do a very good job with any of those. I think there's one, and I can't remember which one it is, because I've kind of played around with it a little bit. I can't remember which accent it is that I actually felt like I somewhat could get.
I feel like received pronunciation would probably be the easiest for me.
Because it's like something that...
I feel like we've heard it the most.
You've heard it a lot. That's true. Try it.
Well, I don't know what to say.
Let's see. Let's go back. Right. Hold on.
Some woman I'm carrying on with. We intend to marry.
Woman I'm carrying on with. We intend to marry. No.
Just sounds stuck up. Woman I am carrying on with. We intend to marry.
Woman I'm carrying on with. We intend to
I
marry.
don't know. I don't think that's a good phrase to try.
Yeah, hold on.
Closely linked to Queen's English, received pronunciation accents of, and a lot of Tunbridge Brit, it's a set accent, supposedly family speak, associated with the
Well, then, let's not overcomplicate matters unnecessarily.
often a ghost.
Let's not overcomplicate matters unnecessarily.
Well then, let's not overcomplicate matters unnecessarily. Yeah. We butchered it. Yeah. And I tell you one, would you be able to get the West Country?
No.
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 I can see the view tomorrow. Wazzy Mombo.
Wazzy Momo.
What did he say?
Our next entry touches on various regional twangs, each as difficult as church or combine harvest.
I love you very much. And if you remember our smile, give it a go for me, would you?
That one sounds perfectly clear to me.
It sounds clear. Yeah.
I believe you're onto something. I believe it is when people are, I think some people, just like my mother, have a very strong Southern accent. So although that you from the Midwest originally can come down there and you can understand most people, there are some people that are much, much harder to understand. And I think with, say, any accent, in this case, this West Country mumbo, this person right here is going to be very hard for pretty much anybody outside of that area to understand. Right. But then you see someone like her speaking the West Country accent, and you're like, completely understand what she's saying.
It seems like two totally different dialects to me, but
it does a little bit. I wonder if I think some of it could be speed. Others could just be that they have the accent, but it's work to pronounce words clearer or something. I don't know. That is interesting that it does seem like there's a couple of different dialects right there in that same accent. I don't know. Anyway.
This is very interesting.
Yeah, it really is.
I can't wait to do more accent videos and dialect videos.
And this is just the start. There's tons of them. I mean, there really are. I have no idea how many. This is a topic I've been meaning to explore more, and I haven't in a while. It's been a long time since I actually looked into it, but since you're interested in it, I think definitely good to explore it together. So you got anything you want to add? All right. Thank you so much, guys, for stopping by. Please click that like button. Feel free to drop your comments or suggestions about this video or others. And don't forget to subscribe to continue to follow us on our journey to discover our British and Irish ancestry. Until next time, guys. Peace.
Bye.